Well, we're finally back. I haven't been around for a while because I'm doing stuff around the house because the weather finally got good. And well, and here's some little pitter patter here. Hi. All right, come on. Here's Chippy. Yeah, okay. The weather got good. I finally got to get some work done, but on the yard and stuff. But that tail just gets in the way. Anyway, so yeah, I had stuff I had to do. I did go ahead and do some more work on the radio, but let's see. Just yesterday, I go over to Valvoline, and I was just going to go ahead and get the oil changed, but this is in my Explorer. It's a 2006 Explorer. It's on its second engine and new rebuilt transmission. And I got the oil changed, and they started looking at my serpentine belt, and yes, it had cracks in it. I said, yeah, I might as well go ahead and change it. So the serpentine belt, that was $89.99 to change it out. Only took 10 to 15 minutes. It's not a big deal. I had to replace air filter because of course it was dirty. I hadn't changed it for a while. So that was changed. And then the oil itself, the oil change itself was $74.95. But the reason was not because I got the higher grade oil to put in that Explorer. And so this little tab came up to $192. So I did that one. Before that, I did my truck, because my truck wouldn't pass smog. That was the old idea for doing the Explorer, because it's got smog coming up. So my truck, I got a complete tune-up. I have had everything replaced. Rotor, cap, wires, plugs, everything. I just had them go through the whole thing, and also changed the oil in that one, and then had them go through it, and they got it to pass smog finally. So yeah, I've been spending money like a drunken sailor here to get stuff done, but it's stuff that, well, the truck itself has not cost me any money at all. I mean, as far as any repairs at all, because I really don't drive it all that much. You know, I probably drive it only at the very most maybe anywhere from 600 to 800 miles a year. That's it. It's not even thousands. Let's see, what was this one? Oh yeah, and that was for the Mercury. The Mercury, of course, passed smog with hands down, no trouble at all. Didn't do a thing to it, but I'm going to go and have that. I'm going to have the oil change in that one too, and probably the serpentine belt, because it's never been changed either, and it's got 114,000 original miles on it. And then also I had to have a thyroid test done. So the results came back from that. And my free thyroxine on the scale of 0.93 to 1.70, mine was 1.39, so it was still normal. But the one that was abnormal was TSH, whatever that is. Still has something to do with your thyroid. The range is 0.380 to 5.330. Mine was 6.020. So it's high, but a little high. So I got the report back from my doctor. The doctor said, well, you know, it's a little high, but that's not a big deal. Your other one was pretty much normal. So I don't see any need for any medications or anything else. Looks like everything's still okay, because I thought, well, with the chemotherapy, I thought my thyroid would really be out of whack, but it's not. So that was more good news. Anyway, so yes, I've been doing a lot around here, but trying to get the yard squared away mostly. And then of course I got sick. That was another one that happened. My brother comes over with a slice of pizza from 7-Eleven, and it's new 7-Eleven, but you have no idea how long that stuff's been sitting out. So I ate it, but it was that night, oh man, I was sicker than a dog. I was For 2 days I was sick. I was throwing up, and it was coming out both ends basically. I mean, it was just bad, terrible. So I couldn't do anything for a couple of days there either. So anyway, so I finally got around to getting a hold of Royal Tiger Imports about the Enfield I sent them. And I noticed that FedEx said they had received it. Somebody signed for it, April the 10th. Okay. On the 17th, I still hadn't heard anything from them. And so I got a hold of them, and they said, oh yeah, well, we just got around to it. Oh my God. It'll be probably another 2 weeks before you see the exchange. I said, oh great. So that's been delayed. So I thought, well, for sure that would be here on the 20th, and nope, no way. It's not going to be here till next month sometime. So anyway, anyhow, things have just been going right along. But yeah, what I've done to this thing is this radio. I haven't replaced a lot more parts yet. I've replaced most of them. And the dog wants to run away. Okay, that's fine. Let's see. I did straighten things up a bit though on this. So I can get it in close enough. And get this thing lined up right. It would help a lot. Especially right there where that transformer was. On this transformer, I went ahead and I used tie wraps to straighten out all the wiring coming from that, and so that I can actually tell where everything's going now. I mean, it's not a big old scrambled mess so that you can't see anything. Yeah, why did my light cut out a little bit? I don't know. But let's see, going farther, does it cut out more? Yeah, I guess. There we go. Get some more light in there. So yeah, I've got tie wraps around here and over here, and it just goes so I can make out where everything is. And pretty much everything is there. There's a cap hidden under here. I ain't got to get to that one yet. And there's no other caps hiding anywhere, so that's the next one I got to take care of. The mica cap I'm not going to bother with. They're normally not that bad. The resistors I still got to check. There's only like 4 of them anyway, so I'm going to check those out also. But that's all I really have to do. And then the big problem is going to be restringing the dial. Because it's kind of a goofy setup. I don't know if somebody did it right or wrong when they put it together, but it looked to me like it was kind of messed up anyway in the beginning. Because what'd they use? They got the springs. Let me see here. Let me get this over here so you guys can see it again. There's 2 springs holding the line together. Well, I've never seen that before. And then there's another stop holding right over on the dial. It's right there by the dial there. There's a stop back here. It goes through an opening. But it still, that doesn't even look right. I mean, the whole thing doesn't look right. And then you've got the pointer, of course, for the slider for the tuning. But so I'm going to have to take the whole thing off and try to figure out what is actually wrong. I'll measure it out with the other string I have. And there's the string I have. Yeah, I got a lot of it anyway. I bought a bunch of it. So I'll measure it out. But yeah, it went through this big hole. And I said, well, that doesn't look right either. Normally it's supposed to go through a small hole. I don't know how it did it, but so anyway, oh yeah, there was a little tiny hole. They did drill. There was a small tiny hole drilled in the channel itself. So okay, so So I've got to get that out, but I'm going to measure off how long this is. Then I got to do something with this pointer. I got to get it off. So I got to spread that out to get it off. And then I can line it all back up. So basically that's what I got to do, and that's what I've done so far. It's getting there. It's just a little slow because I haven't been able to get to a lot of stuff. And that's just going to be it for now. So I will see you guys later.